the Driven project has been one of the UK's most exciting autonomy projects. It's a project that's been funded by CCAV and Innovate on one hand and a group of industrial companies on the other hand. And together we've been working to put fleets of autonomous vehicles on the streets of Oxford and London.
So the role of OCC in the Driven project has been in various layers. First of all, we have been the local authority enabling the public road trials to happen in Oxfordshire, which have been both within the Oxford city centre and the rural areas. And just understanding how to do that, it's been groundbreaking for OCC.
RACE's role as an autonomous vehicle testbed is very important to the UK's strategy in this space. So Driven is an example of exactly how that will pan out. So it's a staged, phased programme that's building up confidence, and the whole point about working here with Oxbotica and the other partners is to move in a stepwise process through individual testing of individual cars to group testing of cars around roundabouts.
TRL is the UK's transport research laboratory, and we work within transport safety, vehicle technologies, user behaviour. We provide software which controls traffic control systems, and we provide investigations into incidents and events that happen on the network as well.
So our role in Driven has really been around providing cybersecurity tools and data management capabilities. So this has come from our expertise and technology we have in running part of critical national infrastructure and applying that to the world of autonomous vehicles.
Driven is special from an insurance perspective. It's the first one that we know of that's really embedding insurance knowledge and helping the organisations that are involved in Driven think about insurance, think about safety in a way that we would understand it through risk mitigation or understanding of risk.
So what have we learned in particular? Well, I think we've learned, there's a lot of technical learning in there, the way in which, for example, we use multiple sensors, laser, radar and vision. We've learned about the complexity of traffic in British cities. That's been fantastic. And we've learned how to make the autonomy system super slim, how to make it very energy efficient so it runs on a very small computer on the back of a car, and that's been an extraordinary thing that's helped us commercially immensely.
So the role Telefonica is playing within the consortium is absolutely about providing that connectivity layer. So it's allowing each of the kind of vehicles to communicate with all of the services that each of the other partners within the consortium are delivering at this stage, so we can see what decisions it's making, with the reasons it's making those decisions, and actually we can see if we agree with them.
Our job is getting London ready for the future in terms of transport. We're involved in Driven to really think through in detail what connected autonomous vehicles will mean for our network. We are trying to work out through involvement in this project what does autonomous vehicles and connected vehicles mean for the future of London.
What comes next for autonomous vehicles globally is global. I think it's really important to understand where this technology will appear. It won't necessarily just be in personally owned cars or geofence mobility. It will appear in many locations and in many domains around the world.
The Driven project itself will come to an end at the end of this year after a successful demonstration in London. Following that, there are other projects that the partners are engaged in. For example, the Endeavour project that Oxbotica has entered along with Nominet and Addison Lee. But I think one of the key outcomes from this project has been commercialisation and exploitation plans from each of the partners. And from the developments each one of them has made, they'll be then taking those on to future products and services that we can then leverage and export globally.